everyone, welcome back to another Read Aloud. I am so glad all of you could make it. I hope you are all following the rules and staying safe at home. Before we start reading our story today, I wanted to talk to you about staying at home and keeping yourselves entertained. What does that mean? Well, nowadays, since all of us are stuck at home, it is easy to get bored, right? Especially since all the members of your family are at home stuck with you, sometimes you may not get access to the resources that you want. For example, television or the mobile phone or even internet usage, right? So when you don't have access to these things, what do you do to keep yourself entertained? Well, I don't know about you, but something that helps me pass time is, guess what? Reading a book. Well, I know that some of you all are a little hesitant about reading and may not really enjoy it as much. But you know what? We are living in different times now. This is probably the first time in your lives, I know it's the first time in my life, that I have to stay at home no matter what. I can't go to the mall, to the garden, museum. I can't even go for a cup of coffee outside. So, since we live in such different times, shouldn't we try something new? What do you think? So, when I say the word books, what comes to your mind? Now, don't tell me that you think of things like homework, exams, studying. Oof, all of that is so drab and boring. When I think of books, I think of poetry, stories, mysteries, thrillers, adventures, history, discoveries, inventions, and so many other things. To me, a book is like a magical vessel that can carry you away to different places without you even leaving your own home. A book can take you to wondrous, fantastical places. It can help you meet friends and defeat your enemies. It can make you brave, it can make you strong. It can help you discover different worlds, and best of all, a book can help you discover yourself. Today's book is a very interesting book. It's not really a story. It's not really poetry. It's a book that will help you maybe realize the potential of stories and reading. So, let's give reading another try and let's discover reading together. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's read our story for today. A Book is a Bee by Lavanya Karthik. Pictures by Ruchi Shah. A Book is a Bee by Lavanya Karthik. Pictures by Ruchi Shah. Published by Tulika. A book is a bee buzzing in your head with things to say. A book is a tree with branches to climb to see the world around. A book is an ocean, deep and exciting, mysterious and surprising. A book is a ship that sails you far away over waves of words. A book is a rain cloud that showers fresh stories it gathers from far and near. A book is a seed that sprouts new ideas. A book is a forest full of life and sounds and colors. A book is a mountain that you climb for the thrill. A book is a blanket that warms and comforts. A book is a feast, mouth-watering, lip-smacking, tummy tickling. A book is a friend, always by your side, through happy times and sad. A book is a mirror into which you look and shout, "Hey, that's me!" I hope you all enjoyed that story. Have you ever compared a book to the different things that this story compares it to? Have you ever thought of a book as a rain cloud, showering new ideas and thoughts onto you? Have you ever thought of it as a seed, putting an idea deep inside your heart and letting it grow bigger and bigger? Have you ever thought of a book as a forest dense with adventure and discoveries waiting to be found? Well, as I read this story, I thought of all the different storybooks that I have read. I thought of all the different characters, all the different places that I have visited by just opening a book. What about you? Did you think of any of the characters and stories that you have read over the past year as you read this story today? Well, for today's activity, I require you guys to do two things for me. The first thing is I need you to think. I need you to think of all the stories that you have read up until now. These stories could be from our own library. It could also be stories that you have heard from your parents, grandparents, siblings, absolutely anyone. The second thing that you have to do is you have to be as creative as you can be. Now, for today's activity, you will require a piece of paper, pencils, and lots of colors. Because today we are going to do an art activity. For this art activity, you have to think of all the stories that you have read. Think of what these stories mean to you. Think of what a book means to you. Now, just to help you all start with this activity, I have illustrated my very own version of what I think a book means to me. When you look at this image, I do not want you to copy and recreate the same image. I want you to create an original piece of artwork. So, here is my image. To me, a book is a world that I can dive into. A book is full of possibilities. It is full of sunshine and rainbows and animals. It tells me stories about the world, about the creatures that live in it. It tells me about history, about the wars that have been fought, the wars that have been won. It tells me about cities and nature and everything else in it. I hope that my little art piece has inspired you to create your own original artwork. Remember, while you're doing this activity, think about what a book means to you and illustrate it accordingly. I hope that all of you try this activity. And remember, if you do this activity, click a picture and email it to me at sharonschool.library@gmail.com. Well, that's the end of today's Read Aloud. I hope you enjoyed the story and I hope you all do try and do this activity. Until then, bye! See you! Thank you for participating in the activity last week. Here are some of the images sent by students.